Play viewers, sure to check me out on YouTube, Penguin6, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I'm all over the place. Yuck. Looks like I picked the wrong day to give up smoking. Maybe it's the right day because I can just breathe the air and just suck it all in. Yeah, we've got a low pressure and a typhoon. We got a typhoon off the coast of Taiwan, a super typhoon. Not fog, this is pollution. Whenever there's a typhoon that way, it blocks the air over the city, and we're going to live in this pocket of filth for the few days. Bonsoir, ça va? Oh no, yep, that's our life today. Big, hairy pollution. Howdy, 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 Brenda. I'm Woody. Morning flames. It's hey Olympia, welcome to Periscope. Welcome to Hong Kong. You are on Lugard Road, looking down on the city below. Raven lives over there. She's breathing this air today. We have a super typhoon off the coast of Taiwan, and then we have a low pressure system developing off the Philippines, which is actually going to deliver a storm to us probably Saturday. Though the computer models say it could hit us, it could hit Hainan Island. We're not sure where it's going to hit. But we are going to have heat and pollution once again this week. It's only, today's Tuesday, right? Sigh, Tuesday. Super typhoon is the highest level of a typhoon. It's like a Category 4 or Category 5 hurricane. A Typhoon 10 is when the typhoon is actually hitting Hong Kong directly. So our warning systems are a little bit different. Sort of like watches, warnings, and then hunker down. Good morning, Germany. It's pretty gross today here. A Typhoon 8 is a warning. There's a typhoon approaching Hong Kong. A Typhoon 9, Typhoon 10 is basically a hunker down order, shelter in place. When we have a Typhoon 10. Except me, I think a Typhoon 10 means drive down to the beach and watch the waves crash in to the city. I wish it was fog. Fog would lift. This is haze. Do you have them often? This time of year we do. But not, we get like 3 or 4 a year. I think we've had 4 this year. This is local pollution that's been stuck over the city due to a blocking air mass out there. So there's like a giant buffer of air out that way in Taiwan, a couple hundred miles, and it prevents the wind from blowing the air through. It is smog. Lovely, lovely particulate matter 2.5. Condensable. Why you got a good smog there? China uses a lot of Iranian oil. Iranian oil is high in sulfuric content, which has a higher pollution than, say, Saudi oil, which is cleaner more. This pollution comes from the city itself. The problem is this is not a day's pollution. This is several days worth of pollution stacked on top of each other because the air just can't blow out. So every city creates pollution, of course, but most cities have a nice breeze that blows it into the neighboring city. Unfortunately, here, we're not getting that breeze to blow it out. It doesn't smell bad, it doesn't taste bad or anything yet. If it gets really bad, we can taste it, but not yet. Inversion layer, kind of like they get in Salt Lake. You know, Salt Lake City actually has some of the worst air in the United States because of the mountains basically trapping the air from California over the Salt Lake Basin. It's kind of a weird effect. Hey, Patty, welcome to Periscope. Welcome to Hong Kong, where you are on top of a mountain on a road called Lugard Road, Lugard Road. Yeah, Salt Lake City and Pittsburgh No, most people wear face masks because they have a cold, and it's impolite to cough or sneeze in the office. So you wear a mask to protect your colleagues from getting sick. Some people wear pollution filter masks, Jonathan J.K. for example, but most of the masks that you see are just simply people with a sniffle. It is a hazy day. I wonder how many of you guys came in here because you think I was like some stoner or something like that. Put haze in the title and you get all these people, hey man, where's the weed? This iPhone, well, I got to see the formal price on the iPhone X. I would get the fully loaded, and I think it's going to be like $1,000, which would suck. But we'll see tomorrow. The bigger question I've been having lately is, do I finally break down and get an Apple Watch? My Fitbit 1 is dying. This has served me well for 4 years, but it's dying. The battery only lasts about 24, 48 hours. So it's time to replace the Fitbit 1. Unfortunately, the Fitbit 1 has not dropped in price since it was introduced 4 years ago. It's still about $100 US, which is freaking stupid. So I'm asking myself, do I put the $100 into an Apple Watch, or do I buy a new Fitbit 1? So I'm not really sure. So I'm going to see what sort of comes out tomorrow. There's rumored to be an Apple Watch 3 with LTE connectivity, and we'll check it out. But I'm hearing the Apple Watch has very low battery life. A good Fitbit will last you 2 weeks, maybe like a week or so, without recharging. Apple Watch. Yeah, daily recharging. I'm not that good. The Fitbit gets good, but the thing about the Fitbit is I would wear the Fitbit more often than I'd wear an Apple Watch. So yesterday we walked 31,000 steps. And to be honest, I was really tempted to come up here for a third hike and kick it over 40, but I didn't. So today, though, our target, sorry about that, phone call. So our target today is going to be about 30,000 steps. Now, I walked up here today. I walked up the peak today from my house, so I really got a good start. I got an extra 3,000 steps probably coming up the peak. It's always pretty empty in the morning. Actually, it's a little crowded compared to normal. Yesterday's hike was pretty intense. Yeah, we went up to High West and 360. That was, what, 500 steps? Yeah, I probably did count some steps twice, but it was about 500 steps. Yeah, it wasn't, and it was hot. I mean, it was really, really hot. I'm definitely sweating today because I came up here. I've done that hike before with my drone. Honestly, it was a lot harder doing it scoping it, I think, because then there was like this pressure to end it. When I just go up there on my own, it's like, well, just take a break here and keep going and whatever. But when I was going up with you guys, I kind of felt this like pressure to get it done. That was our scope yesterday in 360. I haven't even watched the replay. I have to do that. I've got to go to the hospital next week for my annual physical. That's a bit ridiculous. I should probably get a shot too. And the new computer's okay. Definitely faster than the older one. I think I'd still have to sort out some of the data. I've got so many hard drives with so much data just piled up. I need to sort of coordinate all my data onto one drive. Apple announcement, I don't know, it's like noon or something, Pacific time. It's usually like noon, or it's usually like 1 or 2 in the morning here, which is probably like 10 or 11 in California or something like that. I'm sure it'll be live streamed. 10 a.m. Yeah, that would make about sense. So about 1 in the morning here. Sometimes we stay up to watch the announcement, but it's usually easier just to read all the press in the morning and then watch what you want. Hello. So the big question is, Wheaties, Cheerios, or Rice Krispies? What should we eat this morning? I gotta go to the bank too and get some cash. Cheerios. I had Wheaties for dinner. I haven't had Rice Krispies in a while because the nanny hasn't bought any Rice Krispies in a while. We ran out of all of our American Rice Krispies. Cheerios are probably the healthiest of the Wheaties and the Rice Krispies. The least sugar. I eat a lot of Cheerios. I think actually if I look at my calorie tracking over the last 3 years, the most common food I've had is Cheerios. So we're almost back to the peak tower. Find Cheerios happy? Oh, funny. Well, Cheerios I would eat for breakfast, and sometimes when I'm like really low on calories for dinner, like let's say I only have like 250 calories, I have to eat dinner, I only have 250 calories remaining, I'll eat a bowl of Cheerios. Because it actually takes a little bit of time to eat a bowl of Cheerios, so you can sort of satiate the sort of desire to eat over a period of time. I gotta confess, sometimes I put a little sugar on the Cheerios too. It does kind of look like a boat, doesn't it? Looks like a beam. So I need to get some cashola. Go to the cash machine. Or as we were discussing yesterday, the ATM or cash point, as we were watching American English destroy English. So there's an ATM machine in this building. Let's go walk into this building, yeah? I've never eaten there. It's expensive. So this is a sedan chair, yeah? So see this? This is a dude and another dude with a stick and a chair carrying some prompish British dude. This is what's known as a sedan chair. And that used to be how you would get to the peak. Teams of those guys would carry your fat butt all the way up here to the peak. It would take 6 crews to get one Englishman to the top of the peak. So, in fact, at the hospital over there, Matilda Hospital, where I go, they have a sedan chair race for charity every year. All the doctors and nurses run around in sedan chairs. Actually, you'll see that hospital in my next video blog, which is going up later today, because I had to take my son there to get his leg looked at the other day. So we filmed it. Well, bots usually would just repeat questions. Am I taking a bus? No, I'm just going to the ATM machine, which is over on this side of the building. So I thought I'd cut through the bus garage, taxi stand. No triads up here. Ooh, so cold. Oh, cool. Yeah. So we're going to my bank, HSBC, because there's an ATM there. No, I don't make enough money for them to bother me. Howdy, howdy, howdy. So now you get to witness an ATM machine in Asia. I didn't bring my 360 today. Welcome. Got my PIN. Withdraw money, savings. Maybe later today. That's a lot. Yep. Card. Money, 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 money. So as this was an HSBC, I get HSBC dollars. So see, these are HSBC dollars, not Bank of China, not Standard and Chartered. There are 3 banks authorized to issue money. I bank at Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation. So I often have the HSBC dollars. Though occasionally I end up with money from all 3. What are the plans for lunch today? I don't really know. Kind of thinking burger in Stanley. I was kind of thinking of going to Stanley and getting a burger. But, let's see, we had noodles yesterday. Don't really feel like fish and chips. So, could get Japanese. Pizza's possible. Go for noodles again. Yeah. Honestly, I'm a little bored with my food. I need to go some new places. I could go to the Portuguese chicken place, but that takes forever. Hey, thanks for the super heart. Burgers, yeah, I was thinking of going to Stanley on the south side of the island, get some burgers, maybe fly the drone over the reservoir down there. Then I thought, well, I could go to Sheko and get some Thai food. I went to McDonald's Gourmet over the weekend with my kids. So I'm kind of McDonald's out right now. Well, the place I would go for pizza, I was thinking I would go to Motorino's because I haven't been to Motorino's in months. And they have a prosciutto di Parma ham pizza, which is pretty good for lunch. Chicken quesadilla. We don't really have good Mexican. I could go get Mexican to show you how bad our Mexican is. But then that'd be kind of gross afterwards. There's actually a good chicken place I found in Kennedy Town. There's a burger place in Kennedy Town too. I try to keep down the pasta. Pasta has a lot of calories. Maybe I'll go for the chicken. So this is like rotisserie chicken. It was like a French rotisserie chicken. Really good. I don't know, well, French know how to do rotisserie. That's just a fact of life. Better than Kenny Rogers. We will be on Barker Road shortly. Right now we're on a path. I don't even know what the name of this path is. I have it written down somewhere. So I read in the paper, though, Hooters may be closing. Hooters is in financial difficulty. We have crappy Mexican here. You gave 5 pounds in a snap. Yeah, it can happen. Hooters is in trouble. So, and I haven't been to Hooters here in Hong Kong, or well, ever. So maybe I should go to Hooters, give them some money. They're in arrears on their rent, so. Can you see my face? Go to my YouTube channel, Penguin6. My ugly face is all over the place there. Do I cook Mexican at home? No. So proud of coming out gay. Oh, that's nice. Whatever. You do have an ugly face. Yes, I do. A face for radio. But hey. Where I'm at, I'm just over Barker Road right now. The tram has just stopped at Barker Road. This looks like an abortion. Yeah, whatever. So this is the tram. Here it comes. Ooh, hot, hot. There's a secondary braking mechanism on the tram if the cable breaks. I don't really walk in the valley too much. I walk around Happy Valley Racetrack occasionally when my kids have a soccer match there, or if I've got some other event in Happy Valley. Yesterday you could see all the way across, and yesterday wasn't even that good. A couple days ago you could see all the way to China, Shenzhen. So it's gotten perpetually worse every day. It's getting worse. And tomorrow it's going to be really gross. Because that typhoon is off the coast for a few days. I do live here. I've lived here 7 years. This is my home. Though one day we could return to the US or move to Europe or even Africa, who knows? The world's a small place. This is part of China, but mainland China is over those mountains over there. And you can't really see, you can see the skyscrapers of Shenzhen on a few occasions. Do we have casinos? Not here, but over in Macau, which is about a 45-minute high-speed ferry from Hong Kong. There are lots of casinos. In fact, there is more money made there than is made in Vegas. So you move to China. Well, technically, I live in China right now. Hong Kong is part of China. But I lived in mainland China. It'd be a little bit difficult. It's a little bit rougher, a little harder to be there. My kids play Pokemon Go a lot. I went to Macau about a year and a half ago, and the internet sucked. Now, Macau just got clobbered by a Category 3 hurricane, basically, killing 10 people, 12 people, about 2 weeks ago. So it's kind of a mess in Macau right now. The internet wasn't that good there. The LTE service was weak. Women are beautiful everywhere in the world. There just happens to be a lot more women here. But true beauty is something quite hard to find. If you're looking for a pretty face, you can find that for a dime a dozen. But you want someone who makes lasagna for you when you're sick? Do we have a drug problem here? Not like the US, no. Of course there are drugs, there are addicts, but there's not a stoner culture here. The culture of like, hey, it's okay, everybody does it. That doesn't really exist. There are a few, but no. Can mainland people, come here? Can mainland Chinese people from Shenzhen travel freely to Hong Kong? No, they can only come like once a week. They used to be able to come freely, and they were overwhelming the city, buying up everything in the grocery stores, clogging up all the subways, and they finally put in a restriction that restricted the number of times they could come into the city, because it was just out of control. 420, what, 42 times 10? I guess that's one of the laws. It would be 84 times 5, another law. Yeah, Jack Ma's house is coming up, but he's tearing it down, it looks like. So this place, weed grows freely. So this place here is about $15,000 US a month to rent. I think I know this guy. I don't know that guy. Hong Kong was founded from the Opium Wars. Opium almost destroyed Asia, destroyed China. Culturally, people who use drugs are frickin' losers. I mean, that's the attitude of the government. People who use drugs are anti-patriotic and not to be trusted. As a result, there is no liberalization or legalization or turn the other cheek when it comes to drug usage. Government there's a social, moral, and legal opposition to drug usage. So that's how they're talking. Oh wow, they're taking down some of the scaffolding now. I'm starting to see this. Is there school there? Of course there is. There's American school, British school, Canadian schools, French schools, German, Norwegian, Japanese, Korean, Australian, all sorts of different schools. And of course the local schools. In fact, on the big PISA testing, the testing data around the world, Hong Kong is in the top 2 or 3 of the world. I'm not using a gimbal. I do have one. 1,500 considered expensive. No. I pay $9,000 US a month for rent. 9,000 US for utilities and rent. The average family in my son's international school is spending about 11,000 US dollars a month. 1.5 US dollars would barely get you a studio apartment on the island, maybe in the close-in areas. It might get you a one-bedroom a little bit farther out, but yeah, 1,500 US is nothing. This is the party capital of the world if you're a single guy. There's just too many single women here. I mean, mathematically, there are too many single women here. So the nightclub scene is pretty mental. They follow the British rules on drinking, which means you can drink in public, you can drink on the streets. So everybody actually just goes to 7-Eleven, buys their beer, and then walks into their favorite pub and continues drinking it. We're coming up to Jack Ma's house. This house costs 193 million US dollars. How far from the airport? No, they don't really have a problem with drinking. Don't mean to have a basic stigma against alcoholism. We're about 25 minutes by high-speed train to the airport. About 40 minutes to drive. The culture here is British, which is a very hard drinking culture. There are a lot of British alcoholics here. I mean, flat out, 11 o'clock in the morning, and they're already a bit tipsy. And then the rice wine. Oh God, if you've ever had rice wine, you'd know that the Asian culture can handle some sort of alcohol. I don't know if you guys have ever tried rice wine. So here's the house they bought for 193 million US dollars. And they're driving a front-end loader or across it. Love rice wine. That's what you do with a $193 million house. You drive a big end loader up on it. Let's put it this way, if these trucks ever ran out of petrol, they could pour rice wine in there and it'd be like a supercharged nitrous. Okay, so the signal's going to get wonky for a bit. With us. It's not the end of the world. They will come back. We'll have a great view of the city. Crossover. Oh. Wasn't something. Yep, now we got our signal back and everybody returns. I'm back. Yeah, it does suck. Oh, wild pig, wild pig, wild pig. I knew he was here. See him? Where's the frickin' thing? There he is. See it? So, Wild pig. It's kind of a small one, which means there might be a bigger one. There's another one. Shit, this is a big one. There's the big one. Frick. Roof, roof, roof. I knew there's a mama. Or daddy. It's a baby. So the big one's gone under there. I was barking at it. Trying to make it move. So the baby is following the daddy. They're under these bushes right here. It's like a whole family of them. You see where they've been rutting. They've been rutting in the ground there. It was huge. So it's down in here. I don't know where it went though. Yeah, if it goes up over there, I'm going to definitely run. It's probably worth checking my 6 here just to make sure. Hello, 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 pig, pig, pig. There he is. Wow, he's huge. See him? Run, run. Hello, pig. Oh, there's like a whole family. There's like 4 of them in there. There he is. He's down there. See him? Crapola. Yeah, some people eat them. Some pig. So that's like the mama. He's just staring at me. Pixelated, oh bummer. Well, I'm filming this with my GoPro, and you'll get it in 720 on my YouTube later. See if I can zoom in on this guy. Alright, I'm kind of thinking I should go. He's kind of got like this look on his eye. That's what he's saying to me. I look like lunch. Now he's coming up here. Shoot. Alright, I think we should bail. What do you guys think? Yeah, I'm going to definitely sprint. I don't know where I'm going to sprint to. Probably climb this lamppost across the street. Oh man, there's another one. hear that? Snorted. Yeah, I think we've overstayed our welcome. I'll wait till the cars are gone. Maybe if I disappear from its view, I could just leave the phone over there. He's still there, yeah? Okay, we're out of here. Bye-bye, pig. Okay, that was fun. New Baba. Oh, I'll have to look at it. Yeah, it'll go up on Periscope later as a 720 video, so if the stream was pixelated, sorry, you'll get a better quality shortly after. I'm on my iPhone 7. I did some footage with my my GoPro as well. Because the internet sucks. So now I got to walk down this path, which means I have to walk under the pig. Of course, I haven't been in North Korea. 10,000 Taiwan dollars, about 2,500, it's about 300 US, I think. What time is lunch? I don't know. Pixelated at death loops. So now the big question is, do I go down this path knowing there's a family of pigs right over there and I have to walk under them, or do I just walk straight? 325 US, pretty good. Well, I'll tell you what, if he remembers my smell, he's going to come after me. I think we should find a stick. So I took some footage on my GoPro, so I'll put that up on my YouTube channel as well as the footage from the 720. That'll be up pretty much as soon as I can get home. I'll throw this up on the YouTube channel and I'll make a point of where the pigs were. I kind of feel like an apple. Have you seen the little piggies? Yeah, there were I think there were probably 4 little piggies. There were at least 3 or 4 pigs there. Now this part here is probably the most scary, because this is going to walk directly under the area where the pigs were. So we're going to take one of the earphones out so we can hear better. Pigs were up there, and we're now walking under them. We're down pretty far. That's the only advantage. Though if they were in a sprint, they could be down here in 30 seconds. So they were just up there. Up to my left. I don't know when I'm going to have lunch today. Noon maybe. I don't know when it's going to be. If I go to Stanley, it'll be about 12. Stanley would be burgers. Okay. So the pigs are up. They're up there. They're pretty much straight up that way. That's where those pigs were. And they're up about. They're up a bit. I think we're safe now. So yeah, this will go on my YouTube channel, Penguin6. We'll put the video of the pigs up there. And I'll be cutting a video blog soon. I've got like 2 or 3 video blogs to cut. I did a video blog yesterday about my shoes. I know a lot of you have asked about my shoes. So I did a special video blog about shoes. Well, have fun with the storm evacuee. I haven't posted it yet. I haven't finished editing it. But I go through all my different pairs of shoes. I have 3 video blogs coming out. One's coming out probably before lunch. One this afternoon, and then the other one maybe tomorrow.